So then guys, later on this year in 2026, we are going to get the first foldable device from Apple, foldable screen device, and it's going to be called the iPhone Fold or the iPhone Ultra. And I, for one, am super excited for this first foldable iPhone coming from Apple. So much so, today I want to share with you the top 10 leaks and rumors we've heard about for this new phone. And let's get started there with the actual screen sizes. So let's talk about the inside screen first of all. So this first leak that we've been hearing about is that the inside screen is going to be 7.8 inches big. So 7.8 inches, that is a good size. And to be honest, if you look at other kind of foldables out there, they're very similar kind of to this. So about 7.8 inches up to about 8.1, 8.2 kind of inches, somewhere in that kind of ballpark. So again, this means that Apple are going to be kind of adapting to that kind of same sort of screen size on the inside of this phone. But then on the outside for the second big leak, we've been hearing that the actual screen there is actually only be a 5.5 inch display. And that is quite a small display. And in fact, if you remember the likes of, say, even an iPhone mini, well, this is actually even smaller than the screen size of that. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this is all going to pan out. I think the main intention here is that Apple are going to say you can use that outside screen to do your bits and pieces and, you know, and everything. But the main intention is that you actually open up the phone as much as possible to use that bigger screen on the inside. So maybe just doing a quick WhatsApp message or, you know, taking a quick photo, you know, that will be on that outside screen. But if you're going to browse the web, do things, you know, play games, you name it, obviously that would be on the inside screen instead. So yeah, this is really interesting to see that Apple are going to be taking that approach there. But then for the third big leak, and this is why Apple have been so late to the party with having a foldable phone, because obviously we've had foldable phones for about 10 years now, and that is Apple are intending to actually have a completely crease-free phone. So this means that you would have no crease on the inside when you open it up. What's going to be absolutely amazing to see with this. Also, when you feel it with your finger, you won't be able to probably feel a bit of a hump or anything. This is why Apple have been waiting for this moment, because they've been waiting for the technology to catch up to this moment to actually do this. And that also does lead on to the fourth big leak, and it looks like Apple are looking to make a sort of metal liquid glass kind of hinge with this to make this possible. It's a patented idea, and obviously it's going to be completely crease free. So this kind of new kind of liquid hinge is also going to be actually super strong. I'm sure it's going to be tested, you know, hundreds of thousands of times before it's actually sent out. Machines testing it for you there. But yeah, the idea is that this new liquid hinge is going to be something absolutely remarkable out there, and this is going to be the future for foldable phones going forwards, to have no creasing and also a hinge that lasts forever. But then for the fifth big leak we've been hearing about, and this is how thick this new foldable phone is going to be. And what we've actually been hearing is quite something remarkable here, that it's probably going to be just about 4.5 millimeters or slightly more than that. Could be say about 4.6 or 4.65, 4.7 millimeters when the phone is completely unfolded. And this is going to be remarkable to see. Do remember, like the iPhone Air right now, that's 5.5 millimeters. This is going to be around about another sort of 3/4 of a millimeter thinner when this phone is completely opened up. But then when you close it up, it's actually going to be around about 9 millimeters to 9.5 millimeters. Now, to put that into perspective for you, the iPhone sort of 18 Pro Max right now, well, you know, the thickness of that, you know, this is around about like 8 to 8.5 sort of millimeters. I can't remember the exact sizing there, but it's not going to be much more. We're going to be talking in total probably 1 millimeter more thicker, you know, as a maximum than what we have with the iPhone 17 Pro Max we have right now. We've been hearing even the iPhone 18 Pro Max can be even more slightly thicker. But the cool thing is with this is that obviously that it will probably feel great in your pocket. It won't feel too bulky or anything like that because of how thin generally it is. And also, like I talked about, being that that screen is going to be smaller on the outside, it means the device is probably going to be smaller in your pocket when folded up too. So this is awesome news to hear. So then guys, just quickly, this here is chatllmabacus.ai. FIRST.ai. And what makes this different is that it's basically all the top AI models in one place instead of paying separately for ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Grok, DeepSeek, and loads more. And they're all here inside one dashboard. But here's the clever bit. They built something called Root LLM, which automatically picks the best model for your prompts. So you don't even have to think about which AI to use. It just roots it for you. Now, it doesn't just stop at text. You've got an AI image generation with models like Nano Banana Pro and Flux. You've got AI video generation with Sora 2 and Kling 3.0. You can literally generate videos inside the same platform. You can even create, say, full professional PowerPoint presentations with deep research done for you. There's also a humanized tool that helps rewrite AI text so it sounds more natural and avoids AI detectors. And then there's the big one, Abacus AI Deep Agent. This thing actually can build full apps, website, mobile apps, AI agents, even other AI tool. And it's basically like having a developer sitting next to you. And this is the best thing. All of this just costs $10 a month, and that's cheaper than subscribing to all these models separately. So if you want to check it out, head over to ChatLLM Abacus.ai or click the link in the description and the pinned comment. Because honestly, if you're using AI daily, this is a really smart way to do it. So moving on from this then, something else we've been told is going to be different for this iPhone Fold, and that is it's going to probably remove Face ID altogether, and we are going back to Touch ID. Now, Touch ID is a technology Apple haven't put in an iPhone in a while. I think the last ones we had were the iPhone SE models, but obviously the likes of, say, iPads, the iPad normal, I call it, the regular iPad, the iPad mini, and the iPad Air, well, they actually have sort of a Touch ID button on the power button, and it looks like Apple are going to be bringing that exact button to the iPhone Fold. So you'd be able to unlock it with your finger on the actual side of the phone this time around. It will not be doing Face ID, because you can imagine that obviously if we had to have Face ID, we'd have to have two sets of those sensors, one on the inside of the phone and then one on the outside. And you can imagine if you twist your phone landscape and different angles, that obviously it's not going to work correctly very well with Face ID. So the cool thing is that Apple are going to be putting this as Touch ID this time around, just to make things a lot more easier. But then for the seventh big leak we've heard about, and that is the actual cameras are going to be built into the screen, or at least the outside one, that 5.5-inch display, well, that is probably going to be an under-screen camera. That's what we've been hearing here at the very least. The one on the inside might also be under screen, but the one on the outside is looking likely to be that. And that camera would only appear, say, for example, if you were taking a picture, or for example, you needed that camera to, you know, do something else like FaceTime calls or something else. It would only appear on those reasons. If you're consuming media, if you're just sending a message, you know, without using your camera, then obviously it'll be disappeared. But on the inside one, it does look like it's going to be a hole punch camera too, and that one could be dislocated in a corner. Like I said, it's a bit 50-50 at the moment. What leaks are saying that that camera on the inside is going to be visible or it's going to disappear. We're not too sure at this stage, but the main thing is that I said with the last leak, you will not get Face ID, and the camera, if it is visible, is going to be tiny on the inside screen. And if they did actually decide to put it on the outside screen too, it's going to be tiny on that as well, compared to what the dynamic island we have right now. But then after this, for the eighth big leak we've heard about, is that the new iPhone Fold is also going to be powered by the A20 Pro, Apple's newest Apple Silicon chip. And again, this is going to be an advancement of what we have with the A19 Pro. We're expecting it to be a bit more powerful in single core, multi-core performance. Probably AI performance is where it's going to probably get boosted up again. But this is going to be quite exciting to see how Apple are going to do this. But I think the key thing what Apple are going to be probably looking at here with the A20 Pro is definitely going to be efficiencies and how efficient they can push out this chip. So yeah, that is quite exciting to see what is going to happen there. And that also does actually lead on to the next leak that we've heard about, number 9, and that is we're also going to be getting the likes of the new C2 chip, maybe an N2 chip. But that C2 chip is something I want to focus on a little bit, and that is that it's going to have satellite connectivity in this phone. So this means you'll have the ability to connect, say, to do WhatsApp messages, maybe doing a bit of browsing the internet, maybe even, you know, watching a little bit of video content, not 4K or anything, but, you know, maybe at 720p with satellite connectivity this time around. This is going to be really, really awesome to see, because obviously, you know, having cellular signal with cellular masts right now, it's not always everywhere in the world. So yeah, you could be in the middle of a jungle, in the middle of a desert. You could even possibly be on a plane, you know, and you'd be able to get connectivity. So yeah, this is going to be really interesting to see how this is working. And this is also going to be rolled out to the likes of the new iPhone Fold. Now, the last leak I want to talk about, and that's all to do with the price. Now, I'm going to say this now, don't expect this phone to be cheap, because it's not going to be. At the moment, prices are kind of targeting up to around about $2,000 just for the baseline version of this phone. Hopefully what Apple do is that they give us, say, the baseline one with 512 gigabytes, because if they did that and it was $2,000, I think, to me, that's a little bit more fairer, because at the moment, you know, the baseline is 256 gigabytes. But as we've been seeing recently, what Apple have just been doing with MacBooks, for example, is that they have actually been pushing up the storage up another level. So yeah, hopefully this time around, Apple are going to do exactly the same with their iPhones, because like the iPhone 17e, it's 256 gigabytes now, and also, you know, the iPhone 17, the iPhone Air, and also the Pro and the Pro Max, they're all 256. So I think it just makes sense for the Pro to go up one more tier again, and also the Fold, because it's going to be like their flagship premium one, to actually go up one more tier again to 512 gigabytes. And this would make more sense, and obviously the pricing to work out better there at starting about $2,000. But that would be my thoughts. Now, obviously, I know some of you guys are going to go, $2,000, that is really a lot, and it is. I'm going to say that now, but what you've got to remember is the type of phone that you are going to be getting here. So yeah, just do remember that too. But really, guys, that is the latest and greatest we have on the iPhone Fold. Are you excited for it? Are you going to be getting one when it comes out? Well, let me know in the comments below. And on that note as well, guys, it's time to wrap up the video too. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. As always, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.